Hey guys, let's do this energy concepts part 2 worksheet right here where we do the roller coaster that's braking. So a 600 kilogram roller coaster car is moving at 20 meters per second. Brakes are applied and it slows down to 5 meters per second over a distance of 20 meters. So to determine the force that acts upon the car there. So to do this, we're going to use the work energy theorem, which says the net work is equal to the change in kinetic energy. So next line here, we can fill in for each of these. The net work is going to be the net force times the distance times the cosine of the angle between the two, and that will equal, on this side, the change in kinetic energy will be the final kinetic energy minus the initial kinetic energy there. So now we can start to plug in for pretty much everything in here. So the force is what we're looking for. And there's only one force, it's the force of friction, so I'll just write it as F. The distance is 20 meters. The cosine of the angle, since we are moving this way, but the force of friction will be back this way, it will be 180 degrees. And cosine of 180 degrees is -1, so I'll just write that. So negative F times 20. On this side here, we have 1/2 times the mass of 600 times the final velocity. Be careful here, the final velocity is 5. So that goes into 5 squared, and then over here, 1/2 times mass of 600 times the initial velocity, which was 20 squared. So now we can start to solve for these here. So like this term right here will be 5 squared times 600 times 1/2, and we'll get 7,500 minus, on the initial amount there, 20 squared times 600 times 1/2 is 120,000 on this side. So 7,500 minus 120,000 gives you negative 112,500 joules is our loss of energy. Well, we know that that is equal to F times -20, I'll write it as. So we just need to divide this by -20. The negatives will cancel, and we'll get a force of 5,625 newtons.